Right now, Cam Ward is projected to be the top quarterback in the draft class, and it's easy to see why. He's an incredible athlete and one of the most exciting playmakers, both with his arm and his legs. Ward has a strong arm with great velocity, can throw accurately on the move, and thrives under pressure when plays break down. He's the perfect example of a modern NFL quarterback and has the potential to be a star at the next level. The challenge? The Raiders currently hold the sixth overall pick, and Ward is expected to go much earlier. In an ideal world, he would fall to them at 6, but realistically, that's unlikely. If the Raiders truly want him, they may have to make a bold move and trade up. If the Raiders truly want Cam Ward, they will almost certainly have to trade up to get him. Most mock drafts have him going either first overall to the Tennessee Titans or second to the Cleveland Browns. And honestly, that makes a lot of sense. At worst, he could fall to number 3, but the New York Giants would likely snatch him up without hesitation. So Ward is essentially a lock to be a top 3 pick, which puts the Raiders, sitting at number 6, just outside the range to draft him outright. If the front office and coaching staff are all in on Ward, a trade-up will be necessary. Now, let's dive into his strengths, weaknesses, college stats, and what it might take in draft capital to move up for him. Ward's college journey started in 2020 at Incarnate Word, where he played for 2 seasons. In his first year, he threw for over 2,200 yards with 24 touchdowns and just 4 interceptions. He exploded in 2021, setting an FCS record with nearly 4,700 passing yards, 47 touchdown passes, and 10 interceptions. After that, he transferred to Washington State, where he continued to impress. In 2022, he threw for over 3,200 yards, 23 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. Then, in 2023, he improved even further with 3,700 passing yards, 25 touchdowns, and just 7 interceptions. His most recent season at the University of Miami was his best yet. 3,800 passing yards, 37 touchdowns, only 5 interceptions, and an impressive 71.5% completion rate. Across his entire college career, Ward has consistently delivered, no matter the system or offensive scheme. His final stats? A staggering 17,682 passing yards, 156 touchdown passes, 35 interceptions, and a career completion percentage of 67.7%. One of Cam Ward's biggest strengths is his arm talent. He has one of the strongest arms in college football, making throws with both power and precision. He can fire the ball into tight windows, launch deep passes with ease, and throw accurately on the move. Beyond his physical skills, Ward is also known for his leadership and ability to perform under pressure. A perfect example of this was his game against California this season, where he led a game-winning drive. He threw for an incredible 437 yards in that game, including a crucial 80-yard drive in the final minutes to secure the win. Throughout that drive, he remained calm, poised, and showed his ability to make plays when it mattered most. Another key strength is his adaptability. Ward has played in 3 different offensive systems across multiple colleges and has thrived in each one. His ability to adjust quickly makes him an appealing prospect for any NFL team. On top of that, his improvisational skills are unmatched in this draft class. He's excellent at extending plays with his mobility, often turning broken plays into positive gains. His accuracy, especially when throwing on the run or from different arm angles, is also a major asset. However, like any prospect, Ward has some weaknesses. One common criticism is his tendency to drift too much in the pocket, which can lead to unnecessary sacks or risky throws. His decision-making can also be overly aggressive at times, resulting in turnovers. While his overall stats are impressive, his consistency has fluctuated. Some games he looks unstoppable, while others show areas for improvement. That said, inconsistency is something most young quarterbacks deal with, and it's not unique to Ward. Another area for development is his footwork. When under pressure, he sometimes gets sloppy with his mechanics, which can affect his accuracy. But despite these minor concerns, Ward has all the physical tools to succeed at the next level. He's 6 feet 2 inches, 223 pounds, has a rocket arm, is fast on his feet, and is a true playmaker. If he continues to refine his game, he has the potential to become a star in the NFL. Cam Ward is the kind of quarterback with the highest upside in this draft. While he will need some development, his journey speaks volumes about his work ethic and potential. He started as a 0-star recruit, worked his way up through college football, and now has a real shot at being the number 1 overall pick. That kind of progression doesn't happen without dedication and the ability to improve. This is why I believe the Raiders are in a great position to take a chance on a young, high upside quarterback like Ward. The team finally has the right coaching staff in place to help a young quarterback succeed. I have a lot of confidence in our new offensive coordinator, Chip Kelly. He knows how to design an offense that plays to a quarterback's strengths, and that's exactly what Ward would need early in his NFL career. If the Raiders can land him, he could be the future of the franchise. But, as mentioned earlier, the biggest challenge is figuring out how to get him. The Raiders currently hold the 6th overall pick, and Ward is projected to go in the top 3. That means a trade-up would be necessary. To estimate what it might take, we can look at recent history for context. One of the most significant trade-ups happened in the 2023 NFL Draft when the Carolina Panthers moved up to the number 1 pick. They originally held the 9th overall pick and had to give up a huge haul to the Chicago Bears. That deal included 2 first-round picks, the 9th pick in 2023 and a first-rounder in 2024, plus 2 second-round picks. The price for the Raiders to move up will likely be just as steep, if not more. On top of all the draft picks, the Panthers also had to give up a high-value player, wide receiver DJ Moore. So, right from the start, we're talking about a package that included 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, and a key player. Another example to consider is the 2021 draft, when the San Francisco 49ers moved up to the 3rd overall pick. They originally held the 12th pick and traded up 9 spots with the Miami Dolphins. In return, they had to give up 3 first-round picks, one in 2021, another in 2022, and another in 2023, along with a 3rd-round pick. That's a massive price to move up in the draft. Now, the Raiders currently hold the 6th pick, which is a better starting position than the Panthers, who were at 9, or the 49ers, who were at 12. However, moving up to the number 1 or even number 2 pick will still require a huge trade package. And if teams know you're moving up for a quarterback, they will charge what's often called the quarterback tax, an extra premium simply because QBs are the most valuable and sought-after position in the league. Year after year, teams looking for a franchise quarterback always have to pay more to move up compared to teams trading up for other positions. So, what would it take for the Raiders to trade up for Cam Ward? At a bare minimum, they would likely need to give up 2 first-round picks and 2 additional picks, probably second-rounders. A realistic trade package could include the Raiders' 2025 first-round pick, 6th overall, their 2026 first-round pick, plus their second-round picks in both 2025 and 2026. And that might not even be enough. The team they're trading with could ask for even more, possibly an additional player to sweeten the deal. The Raiders could also include a player in the deal to sweeten the trade package. But no matter how you look at it, trading up for Cam Ward would require giving up a lot of valuable draft capital. The biggest question is, should the Raiders make that kind of move? There are 2 ways to look at this. On one hand, if the Raiders are absolutely convinced that Ward is a franchise-changing quarterback, then giving up those picks could be worth it. If he turns into the next NFL superstar, no one will care about the draft picks lost in the trade. On the other hand, the Raiders have several holes to fill on their roster. Trading away multiple high-value picks could make it harder to build a strong supporting cast around Ward. That second-round pick in particular is extremely valuable. It's so early in the second round that it's almost like having an extra first-rounder. The team could land a key starter with that selection. If the Raiders decide to go all in for Ward, they'll still need to strengthen key areas like the interior offensive line. They could look to free agency for help, maybe targeting a player like Trey Smith from the Kansas City Chiefs. The team also needs a solid running back, but fortunately, this draft class is deep at that position. The Raiders could find quality talent between the 3rd and 6th rounds, so that's less of a concern. In general, the roster still has multiple needs, but the Raiders do have plenty of cap space to spend in free agency. However, they also have key players to re-sign, which means the front office will have to be smart about how they allocate resources. Drop your opinions in the comments below. As always, if you're new to the channel and love Raiders content like this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.